Welcome back to the post reaction of the HHW show. I'm with Hector. Wow, what an event! Very momentous, and I can't wait to cover it all with you, Hector. Let's start right away. Um, the United States Championship. You were right. Logan Paul was going to retain the title. I had Kevin Owens, but Kevin Owens should have won this match. I mean, look, out of all times that the referees mess it up, they want to do right. They want to actually see the brass knuckles this time. Come on, man. Are you serious right now?
Yeah, it was a full moon tonight for Kevin Owens. Yeah, out of all people, right? You
Oh
gotta look at
man.
his hands.
I think this is the end of Kevin Owens and Logan Paul thing because the way it ended, um Kevin Owens whipped his ass even more and made it known that he was better than him,
Oh
right?
yeah.
Um,
Mhm.
but he caught when what was going on, and somehow he just didn't think to get rid of those brass knuckles. I'm just saying,
It
you
wa it
know,
was it was one of those funny moments where the camera just focused straight on the referee and his eyes was just like,
right?
"What?"
Absolutely. But I really thought we was gonna crown a new champion. That didn't happen. And that's Kevin Owens leaving. I think that was that picture before he even went back because remember he went back in the ring, threw
Mhm.
Logan Paul outside and slammed him on the table.
Yeah,
But that was just before the actual men's Royal Rumble. Neither one of them participated in the Royal Rumble,
correct.
which was I thought it was expected, but more to it on that. The Fatal Four Way, man. I knew it was gonna happen. I knew Roman Reigns was not gonna win clean. But what surprised me the most is that AJ Styles took the pin.
Right.
I thought LA Knight was gonna be the guy,
Yeah.
but that didn't happen. But Randy Orton came so close. And how many matches did we see throughout Roman Reigns' tenure as a champion that be so close of losing it and things like that happen?
Oh yeah, it's just Roman Reigns got his people in the right position in the right places. He's got the right matches to help him out, and it is what it is, and we have to just accept it as fans that he is the tribal chief and he is still the reigning heavyweight champion.
No, I guess you gotta look out for anyone with a hoodie on because it always seems like whoever comes got a hoodie on, right?
Yeah.
They don't come
Mhm.
from the main entrance; they come from the crowd somewhere. But yeah, it's gonna be another month of Roman Reigns being the champion, and I don't even think he's going to go to the Elimination Chamber.
No.
I think something more has to happen. But we're gonna talk about Roman Reigns later on in the show. But we'll move on to the women's Royal Rumble. I had Bailey winning this match,
Mhm.
and I was right. Um, she didn't need damage control, and it
Yeah.
showed in the Royal
Yeah,
Rumble. No
it
matter,
did.
right? I mean, they came and they left. All right, the Kabuki Warriors came in to try to help out, supposedly, but I still have a bad vibe between Bailey and her crew.
Oh yeah, I completely agree because I don't even think come Monday night that they're going to even acknowledge her or even congratulate her that she won. I think more EO Sky is going to be worried about, are you going to come after me instead of, hey, congratulations?
I
You
think
know,
they're persuaded that Real Ripley, that Bailey's gonna choose Real Ripley.
that's what. Yeah,
Um, but I'm thinking like, will she appear on Monday Night Raw or will she delay it and go on SmackDown? There's got to be a conflict somewhere, a
yeah.
conflict of interest. And they showed EO Sky and Rhea Ripley in the background,
Hmm.
uh, watching it through a TV screen, which is crazy because Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns were watching it from the stands, right? Um, I'm just curious about that. But anyways, Bailey wins. I'm curious to see who she chooses. I'm predicting she will stay on SmackDown and go after EO Sky.
Yeah, I could see that happening. I mean, what she created it seems to be crumbling before her, and why not? Just go after the faction that you've created. You know, they're going to turn on your back on you, like what happened with Edge and Judgment Day. Then
Right.
yeah, then you know you have something to stand on and go after that title. Why not? And I think
And
she'll start becoming the crowd favorite again.
right. And Bailey's gonna finish her story. She started she created the damage control and she could demolish the damage control.
She can
Absolutely.
she can damage control. Yeah.
Yeah, damage with that big booty. I know. I know. The Royal Rumble. Oh, listen, I thought it was hilarious. Our Truth once again got the
Ah,
spotlight. Number 24, which was an indicator that in the men's Royal Rumble, he was going to be number 24.
right.
So I already digged it. I really digged it.
Yeah.
Um, it's fascinating. And the thing is, hold on for a second. I think I'm jumping the gun. We have to go back to the women's to talk about somebody. But our truth was the actual MVP of the women's Royal Rumble, man. Um, I just found it hilarious, you know. And what's her name? Nia Jax was able to throw him over the ropes and stuff,
Yeah.
but it didn't count. But it cost Valhara, right? Am
Yeah.
I saying that right? Yeah, it
Valhalla. Yeah.
cost her Valhara, right? It cost her a match because she got distracted. She came in and then she got eliminated.
Hmm.
Um, but Indy Hartwell was the first one to get taken out,
Yes.
and Candice LeRae. So what does that tell you? Those are the two weakest links in the women's division.
Right.
Okay. Um, I wrote down our truth was confused at number 24. But Jade Cargill was a surprise debut, eliminates Nia Jax. That is
Mm.
big, big
Uh,
news moving forward.
and very powerful news too, because the way she just manhandled Nia Jax like she was nothing, that was
Right.
pretty impressive. Yeah, we got a little tease with her and Bailey. You know, we didn't get nothing there, but it was a big.
No, 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 no. Talking about tease, I'll tell you right now. Becky Lynch. We'll talk about all the other ones, but I was looking at this: Liv Morgan, Becky Lynch, um, what else? Shayna Baszler, Meeching. They were outdone by the NXT superstars: Tiffany Stratton, Roxanne Perez. I mean, these girls and I did say Roxanne Perez,
Yeah,
right? Yeah,
yeah,
they were sharp. I gotta give it to them, man. This next generation of NXT, if they move to the main roster, are definitely gonna take over right away.
yeah.
Um, Alba Fire had her moments, but Jade Cargill, by all means, like the current superstars front loaded minus Bailey, they need to watch out because I'm digging Jade Cargill. I really am.
Finally, we got to see some action from her. Finally, you know, and I want to see more of her on TV to see what she can actually do.
Right,
Because after the fact that she took down Nia Jax, it seemed like that's all that she gave us. And after that, even people like Liv Morgan got to her. So,
right.
but it was
And
pretty interesting.
I like the women's. I'm digging it. The final four numbers was 3, 30, 28, and 10. So those of you that were playing lottery within your fantasy and all your picks, those were the four numbers. And Bailey was the champ, or should I say the winner of the Royal Rumble. She's going to main event WrestleMania. Who the opponent is, my money's on EO Sky, but you never know. The tables could always turn. Um, but again, in the men's Royal Rumble, on the other hand, congratulations to
Mm,
Cody Rhodes, he becomes the fourth WWE superstar to win back-to-back Royal Rumbles.
right.
And I, in a sense, was persuaded throughout the match that it was going to be CM Punk. And because Drew McIntyre talks too much. Okay.
Yeah.
Drew McIntyre once again, and
Mhm.
I'm getting tired of this story, and I'm gonna hear it again on Monday Night Raw about he could have done this, he could have done that, and overachieving. Dude,
Mhm.
you're not achieving anything.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? You got no self control within your body. You handled your business. You should have threw him out anyway. There's too much celebrating, too much gloating. Focus on the task at hand. And once again, there is no excuse but Drew McIntyre himself that he should have been the one to be in the last two standing with Cody Rhodes, but instead he got ousted.
Yeah, and CM Punk held to his word. He said he was going to eliminate McIntyre, which he did.
Hmm.
You're right. You just can't go in there and just start, talking the talk. You got to do a job in there and get rid of superstars. I mean, Gunther was doing it. He wasn't sitting there talking to nobody. He was just
No,
trying to take care of business. And as long as it was going on, because I picked him to win, I thought he was really going to be one of the final two. It looked like Cody and Gunther for a whole minute that it could have been part two, because I felt like Drew McIntyre could have interfered and got Punk out of there, but that
right.
never happened. So that's good. I mean, it was a
My
clean win.
my favorite part was Pat McAfee, who
Oh,
self-eliminated himself. He
mm,
got in, he got out, he got in again. He was like, "Nah, nah, nah."
no,
How would you put yourself in a situation when you're standing next to a guy that's 7'3" that probably weighs three
yeah.
times more than you? Would you wrestle that guy?
Pat McAfee did the right thing. He punted
Pat
himself
McAfee
out of.
said, "Dude, I got to
But
go back to ESPN. I
yeah,
got to do my show. I'll talk about it on my show. You'll hear why I had to get eliminated." I mean, he did say it on the mic. Come on, man. Have you gone up there? And then Michael Cole gloats about well, he lasted over a minute.
yeah.
He only did it for half the time. So
hmm
I
But
kind of go ahead.
I like the fact that our truth got tagged in. He helped save the day.
Oh my
Dominic.
God, was the crowd into it? Not only that he got confused about being in the men's Royal when he was in the women's, then he gets to the men's Royal Rumble,
And he
right?
needs to be
And then
tagged
he's
in.
already like, tag me in, tag me in. But the question I have for you, number 23 was JD McDonough, and he got speared by Braun Breaker, but he
Right.
didn't count. He still has to get in the ring.
Yeah.
Something that they didn't talk about was JD McDonough got in there and he got right out. Did he
hmm
break Santino Morella's record?
No, I don't think he did. I don't think so. Because seriously, I mean, I think Santino went out faster than what JD
1.9
did.
seconds, right? But it looked like it was probably almost the exact same time because he got in and he got right back out. He got clotheslined out.
I know he did, but
Our truth put him in there.
yeah, Archer put him in there,
I
but
gotta replay that. I really do.
yeah, I think he might have lasted maybe just a second longer than Santino
Mm.
did.
All right,
I think
men's
so.
Royal Rumble. I felt like everything was built on the storyline. Okay, you had Grayson Waller. Well, first of all, at the beginning, you had Jay and Jimmy Uso.
hmm
I felt like the build up was there, but it didn't last that long. So I was like, maybe I'm not really ready for a WrestleMania moment with them.
Right.
Um, Grayson Waller came out, and then Andrade, but then Carmelo Hayes looked like he is the the future star of WWE.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I
Hmm.
think he's going to be the next good high flyer. We could see like something like a Ricochet to a certain point. With
Hmm.
him, as long as Trick Williams is not getting involved in the situation,
Right. Which they
because
got a match, I think, on Tuesday, right?
the tag team,
So
yeah.
tag
hmm
team. Then you had Andrade making a surprise return. Then you had him standing toe to toe with Santo Escobar.
Yep.
They thought they were friends, but no, 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 that wasn't it.
hmm
Um, and then you had Dominic Mysterio come out, but Karrion Cross, you know, I expected Karrion Cross to beat Cross himself. Um, and then with him and Bobby Lashley going head to head, that was great. A great distraction to bring on no not only AOP but also the Street Profits.
Yeah. Yep, that was also awesome. I enjoyed the fact that we finally got to see the old Carlito with the Apple situation.
Oh
That
yes.
that that was awesome. I mean, it was kind of weird, nasty that he pulled out of his trunks, but
Oh man, I was like, he put. You know what? I had other thoughts in my head. But
yeah,
we're not gonna discuss that
yeah,
right here.
yeah.
Um, Ivar and Bronson Reed.
That was
That was good. That was
yeah,
good. I like that.
yeah.
But that almost he almost didn't do crap really.
Nah,
Um, no, but that was
Braun Break,
good.
yeah, Braun Breaker looked like he was on Ultimate Warrior medication because he was just all over the place. And yeah, I give it to him. He eliminated Omos,
Braun
by
Breaker
himself.
needs
Yeah,
to leave NXT. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Yeah.
This dude ran through those ropes as fast as any superstar in that roster.
Hmm.
We're ready for Braun Breaker to come.
Yeah.
Um, what else? The pops didn't make it happen at the end, and I'm gonna tell you why. Ricochet doesn't bring any pop to anyone. This
Yeah.
guy is just a supporting cast, mid card, maybe less than that. I think his time and his action is more built like a Logan Paul situation. And even that, I think that the mic skills really killed Ricochet. I still don't
Hmm.
find him as one of those top stars. Um, and for him to come at number 28, he could have been number 3 or number like the two numbers that have never made it to the final four was number 9 and number 12. He should have never been there
Right.
um that late in the game. Sami Zayn, I thought was gonna get a good pop, and that didn't happen. I think the crowd was wanting somebody bigger. And so Sami Zayn never got that. Matter of fact, Shinsuke Nakamura had the loudest, and CM Punk, Shinsuke Nakamura, and oh my god, Cody Rhodes had the biggest pop to where they were singing their theme song. As
Yeah.
far as Sami Zayn, I mean, we heard a little bit, but I think the crowd was expecting more for number 30. Like a John Cena or somebody like Brock Lesnar type deal, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
So when Sami Zayn came, and then he really didn't do much.
No.
I mean, it's not like he lasted in the ring for the final four. He got taken out quick.
Yeah.
So I think that was a waste of space. For that, he could have just showed up earlier.
He could have. But
Hmm.
we did kind of flirt around, a couple of past shows that Sami Zayn could be in the top four, and he wound up being in the top six. At least he did show that was a good showing, because it was
Right,
weird, like how you mentioned they focused on the top six when they all stood up and started staring at each other, and
right.
so yeah,
So I,
that
I
was
think
pretty.
now we should be concentrating on the top six, then the top four. All right. I mean, because it happened on
uh,
the woman's side of the house,
okay,
right?
we're not gonna start this like college football. We're not gonna continue building up.
We might as well, because
No.
in fact, look, we always focus on the final four and they talk about it, but then all of a sudden now you see, like before, correct me if I'm wrong, when there was the final four, they used to pause, right? And then
Yeah.
they go at it. Now you see top six and they pause and then go at it.
Mm-mm,
I'm like,
mm-mm.
man, come on. Come on. For that, you should start everybody all 30 at once, and see what happens. But anyways, um, I was digging Damian Priest. Damian Priest, it looks promising enough to be a world champion. He handled his business. He manhandled Gunther, which is what I wanted to see. And then everybody else that stood in his way, and of course, a lot of people booed him because he eliminated R-Truth first, but R-Truth was a distraction,
Yeah. Hmm.
so he had to he had to do that. Um, but it's time. It really is. It's time for Damian Priest to be the champion, and I think it's gonna happen soon.
It
And I
has to.
think I think it all has to do with how severe is Seth Rollins and his injury. Can he last that long all the way to WrestleMania to defend? Now he doesn't have to defend it in the next premium event, but I know for a fact that, and here's my next slide right here, is that now the Cody Rhodes is the winner, but I am predicting that he will choose Roman Reigns one more time. And if that is the case, then I do
He'll
believe that Roman Reigns will fall.
Right. Yeah,
Here's
because
why. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no, I'm agreeing here because
Mhm,
it's too coincidental that the same man who won the Royal Rumble lost to Roman Reigns a year ago is going to do that a second time back to back. If that does happen, that he loses a second time, if he chooses
mhm.
Roman, then you seriously need to put him in the back of the line, dude. This whole finishing the story thing is it's not going to be nothing if he don't beat Roman Reigns.
He's got to this time. There's no question about it. And I know that he could defeat Seth Rollins because he got 4 wins on top of him.
Hmm.
But I think the bigger prize is finishing what he started last year. That again, he could have won. Same thing that happened with Randy Orton tonight. It
Hmm.
could have been Cody Rhodes, same replay, but I think he's gonna have more support because I think Randy Orton, who's been on his side before, to bring in like AJ Styles, to hopefully AJ Styles and LA Knight, hopefully they settle their differences because they're going to battle again.
Oh
That's
yeah.
not a oh yeah. That's a match on its own. But I got a feeling that Cody Rhodes will have a team to block off like Solo Sokoa and everybody else to intervene. And who knows if The Rock could be a player in this? It should be, but I don't think it's going to. There's a lot of flirtation going on with The Rock, but like I mentioned before, is that now that Monday Night Raw is going to Netflix and The Rock is now part of the board, why not next year without the title, Roman Reigns and The Rock? I'm just saying. Um, but that's too far out. Right now, Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns for WrestleMania 40. I think that is best for business.
It's possible. I mean, unless he just feels like, why not go after the man that I already have beaten a cup, 4 times, and just finish that off and be a champion on that spectrum on Raw,
You know
and
why?
leave Roman Reigns to have to deal with Randy Orton on SmackDown. Because now you
Because
put Cody Rhodes there, Orton
because
is gonna have he's gonna interfere with Orton there.
I no, I don't think it's gonna be that bad. You know why? Because if you listen to CM Punk when he was talking to Cody Rhodes on Monday Night Raw, he did say whatever happens at the Rumble, what's gonna happen on Sunday? Are they still gonna be friends? And I still believe that they will be friends. I really do. And because of that, Cody Rhodes will chase Roman Reigns and allow CM Punk to go after Seth Rollins. And that's why CM Punk is going to win the Elimination Chamber to be the number one contender for the world title.
But then we still got Damian Priest with that briefcase.
And he's floating because he only has 1 month after WrestleMania to cash it in, or he'll be one of the stats and be like he was one that couldn't, cash in, right?
Hmm.
So yeah, there's a lot to it. There's a lot.
There is.
Um, but I not much pop going on tonight, but it was well deserving for the superstar that participated. Um, I'm looking through the list for all the people that went through. Um, they kept Austin Theory and Grayson Waller separated on this one. Waller was the first one to be eliminated.
Hmm.
So that was a good thing. I was happy. But other than
Yeah,
that, Drew McIntyre, Gunther, Cody Rhodes, and CM Punk were in the final four. Overall, I want to say congratulations to you and I because we finished in a tie in our first premium event of the year.
yeah. I mean, you got the women's actual superstar, and I wound up winning with a number that never won it
Mhm.
before. So I think that's one
Right.
number we
That's
can
another
check.
that's another
Yeah,
celebration that we could say.
yeah,
Right. Number 15 never won a Royal Rumble. And you called it. You said it's got to be a brand new number.
yeah.
So great predictions on your behalf. But I'm loving it, man. I'm
Yeah.
loving I like where we're headed to the elimination chamber and thereafter WrestleMania. And you can follow
Mhm.
along on the HHW show website. Let me go ahead and post this up real quick, put in a little banner there. Because it's been a while since I ever posted on here. Put a little title there. There we go. HHWshow.com. Visit us there for the latest blogs, podcast, and much, much more on that website. Man, I was entertained, man. There was
Yeah,
not one moment that I thought that I was going to fall asleep. Everything was
right.
entertaining.
Mhm.
Matches were great. What was your favorite part of the whole entire Royal Rumble premium event?
Actually, to be honest, seeing Bailey win because now she completed everything, all her accomplishments in her professional wrestling career. So kudos to her. Seriously, I know you had her all the way. I
Hmm.
was supporting that. I said I wouldn't be mad if she won. So congratulations to her. She's done completed everything. I mean, what is more there for a woman to do in the WWE than to win everything? And she has. So
Right.
congratulations to her. I give her that. She started off the show the right way. She kicked it off perfectly.
Absolutely. I'm gonna say the Fatal Four Way. I enjoyed the suspense at every angle.
Hmm.
Minus Solo Sikoa ruined it for me. I know we predicted Roman Reigns,
Yeah,
but man, I was gonna jump up and down to see Randy Orton be a 15-time champion.
man, he gave
I'm
everybody an
sorry,
arc.
15 world title champion. I gotta say that. You notice that they're now displaying like total belts because they listed as 20 for him. So like WWE doesn't know how to really count.
No, they don't.
I don't know what count what belts they're counting on. But we're only focused on the world title.
Well,
But
if
I
they're gonna
was
do that,
yeah.
if they're gonna do that, then R-Truth should be the ultimate champion because he's like a 50-time 24/7 champion. So I mean, come on,
Oh,
guys.
come
Let's
on. Man,
gosh.
R2 don't even know where he at most of the time. So
I mean, there was a Royal Rumble where he pulled out the ladder. I don't remember which one it was, but he
yeah,
pulled
yeah,
out
he
the ladder.
did a couple of years
Thinking
ago. Yeah.
thinking that was the
Hmm.
Money in the Bank. Good.
Money in the Bank. Yeah, that's
Oh,
hilarious. Go
we
ahead.
love to see Naomi back. That was cool to see.
Yeah, and I forgot to mention that Naomi
Yeah.
is back.
Yeah, that was
Um,
beautiful to see.
my kids, they were like, "Ooh," because she was using her butt to do all these maneuvers and stuff. I was like, "Well, that's what she does," you
Mm-hmm.
know. Yeah, yeah. Let me see. Naomi was number. What
Number
was surprised
two.
is Natalia was number one and Naomi was number two.
Yeah.
That was surprising.
Mm-hmm.
Bailey was number three, and then Jordan Grace number five. Now, why she's not signed with WWE full time? I hope that one day they can make that happen because that's gonna boost up the women's division.
Oh yeah, and
You
I
see
then
these
I
these fitness ladies like with muscles, they're stacked. They almost look better than Randy Orton and AJ Styles right now.
yeah, I could say that I was trying, I was texting you earlier about that. That I've been following
Hmm.
her for a long time on Instagram, way before she
Oh
even
yeah,
was in this fitness guru.
she was
She was
overweight.
really, yeah, she was very overweight.
Yeah,
But
and then
if you,
she cut.
yeah, I mean, I just kept on seeing her different workout regimens with her
Hmm.
husband, and it's just the way she got into competitions and winning these matches that she posts is like she come a very long way. I mean, and wow, just it was a surprise to see her tonight.
Uh, Chelsea Green getting squashed like every direction.
Poor girl.
Yeah,
Good
she
Lord.
need to go through concussion protocol.
That her and our truth took the comedy act for the night. They were the class
Yeah.
clowns tonight.
Yes, absolutely. They should be together for a mixed tag. Let's put it that way.
That was hilarious.
Um, listen, other than that, let me see. Any other surprises?
Well, it was a surprise and a disappointment way that we didn't see no tricks as far as from Naomi or our true sorry, Kofi Kingston. They didn't do no antics to try to get back into
No,
the
I
ring.
think I think Kofi Kingston's days as being more too athletic and stuff that
Yeah.
it's over. Because
Yeah.
we didn't even see Xavier Woods involved
No.
either.
Mm-mm.
But yeah, I think a lot of people are like, "Oh, Kofi's here, he's gonna do something."
Yeah.
But you got to run out of options, bro. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, what else can you do? That's a surprising. I would expect
Yeah.
that out of Ricochet, but then again, it's like again, these guys like I was a little bit disappointed on the ending. Like maybe I was expecting more of who could surprise us. Because when you start off with Naomi, I'm thinking, well, all right, the cards are full of surprises even more, but I didn't get that. And maybe that was just the expectation. Not saying nothing bad about the Royal Rumbles itself because all the matches were great. Don't get me wrong, but
Hmm.
I wanted more. I was
Yeah.
left with wanting more. Um, Drew McIntyre being towards the end, he should have been maybe up front. I was expecting maybe Hulk Hogan to make an appearance, being that is his home state and stuff like that. And he also went back to back. He was the first one to win it back to back in the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
I know he's old, trust me. But they didn't stop Jimmy Snuka and Rowdy Piper for doing their thing.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Mhm.
what else? Nah, that's about it, man.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
I said, like but I want you to look at this picture real quick though, and that's gonna happen, and I'm gonna post this, and that is my prediction. So, student, tune in to the HHW Show website this week as I go ahead and make my predictions on the WrestleMania match cards and everything else that's going on, and then the storylines that's built up. Tune in to our live show every Tuesdays at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Wow, it's awesome, bro. It's
it is.
awesome.
It is, and moving forward from here on out to WrestleMania is going to be a lot more intense. Going through, we know we got CM Punk, Drew McIntyre, where Cody Rhodes is going to fall in at. Because I think about this, what you're saying with Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns Part 2 back to back. That's almost like the Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels back to back years at WrestleMania, but Shawn Michaels lost both those matches. So,
Mhm.
and that still didn't mess up his credibility of who he was.
No,
So,
and it shouldn't mess up with Cody Rhodes' ability, but Shawn Michaels was champion, and these two went at it without any championship belts.
I know, and that's what was great about it.
Right.
But for Shawn
But
Michaels to lose back to back and still be considered Mr. WrestleMania, could Cody Rhodes recover? Should he lose? Should he take the match and lose to Roman Reigns?
Cody has to win the title. I'm sorry. Cody has to win the title. That's the title he's never held a world title in WWE.
All right,
This is not
I understand.
AEW. This is not the
Right,
independent scene.
right.
This is the world title he needs. He started his career there in his father's footsteps. I think it's time to bring that title to the family. Well
Oh,
deserved.
I completely agree. I'm not going
Mhm.
to discredit that. Cody Rhodes, he will be champion. But I just feel I think it'd be a little bit better if he was to take it away from Seth Rollins, because Seth Rollins can recover from this more, especially with his injury. I think that's going to play a factor into this. I'm sorry. I mean, whether how no matter how good he is, as far as I'm talking about Cody Rhodes, you got to take in consideration you have a wounded duck on Raw versus someone who's been a protected champion for over 1,200 days. You got to pick your battles wisely here.
But
And
Cody's not that type of person that he'll rather have someone that's 100% to go at it. That's that
well,
heart that he has. But I got you. I got you. But more
it,
to follow on
yeah,
Tuesday on the HHW Show podcast. Thank you so much for supporting us. I know our numbers are growing and shrinking as we continue with our show. Let us know, what was your best part of the Royal Rumble? What was your best match? What was the best scene? Share with us, and we definitely want to put your comments on our webpage, and it is hhwshow.com. Thank you, Hector.
yes,
It's been
sir.
awesome. We start off our season and a tie, and a big shout out to Frank out there. Sorry, bro. Once again, you're back in last place. But you'll get there soon. You'll get there. Yeah. I'm gonna hear you on Tuesday.
Yep. And we get ready for some football championship games tomorrow. That's going to be awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. CMG Sports, baby. CMG
Yeah.
Sports Central. Don't forget it.
Mhm.
But tune in on Tuesday for what happens during Raw and our future predictions from here on out as we get set for the road to WrestleMania. I'm Obi-Wan with Hector. Thank you. Gotta love some wrestling, baby.
Yeah.